Hello my YouTube beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about my goals for 2019, how I stay motivated and organized, and how I plan to kind of go into this next year. If you like these kinds of videos, then be sure to give it a thumbs up while you are watching. Don't forget to subscribe because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I'm a little sick, so excuse that. First, I wanted to talk about some of my goals for 2019, and then I can talk about like how I'm planning to implement them. So I don't like the word resolution. I feel like you're just gonna throw it out the window 2 days into January. That is not my goal. My goals are actually things that I want to accomplish throughout the year, not like some vague goal like I want to lose weight. That's not really going to get you anywhere. If you make a goal very vague and not measurable, you're not going to be able to see if you've made progress, and you don't have anything to work towards. Because for example, if you say I want to lose more weight, you could lose a pound and say you're good and then just like forget about it the rest of the year. I wanted to share with you guys some of my tips and tricks of how I do stay organized, I do stay motivated throughout the year to continue on my goals. So this right here is my planner. It's a Day Designer from Blue Sky. This is what the front looks like. It is giant. Okay, it's very thick. I wanted to show you guys how I am kind of setting up my months, what some of my goals are. So I have my first like monthly spread right here. I have lots of different stickers on it, very fun. I wrote down like my resolutions. They didn't have a goal sticker, but my resolutions right here. So I want to lose 10 pounds because I have gained 10 pounds since the wedding. I want to hike more, read 1 chapter a day, and I want to learn how to play the piano. I used to know how to play the piano, kind of forgot, so I really want to get back into that. And once we have our own house, which right now we're living in my parents' basement, go us, I'm going to have access to a piano, which I don't have here. So I'm really excited about that. These are some things that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm like, you know what? New year, let's figure it out. I'm going for it. So I know that my first resolution, like lose 10 pounds, is very similar to a lot of people's resolutions. However, what I do is I take that big goal and I put it into like measurable steps. So some of the things that I do on a weekly basis is I go to the gym 2 times a week, because I know that that's something that I'm going to be able to actually fit into my schedule. And I already have like at the beginning of every week, like, be sure to go ahead and plan time for the gym. For example, this is a blank page. You can see right here, it has the schedule for the day. This is going to be really helpful for my appointments at work. And then it has to-do lists right here. So these are going to be really helpful with checking off things you have to do throughout the day. And then it also says like today's top 3 notes. At the very bottom it says a gratitude, and then tonight. This is the example of a weekend spread. So it talks about like fun things to do during the weekend. It also has that hourly schedule, and then at the bottom it says like next week and don't forget. So I find that this layout of a planner is very helpful for me to visualize what my day looks like. So that's one of the things that I do to help keep me organized. I also write in my planner like, you know, questions like, did I choose healthy meal choices today, or did I slack and eat crappy things? You know, I just leave little reminders in my planner. And that's probably my biggest tip, is if you have goals or anything you want to achieve, I would get a planner and write it down. You are more likely to get stuff done if you do write it down. Now moving on to my book goal of reading a chapter a day. I want to read at least 20 books this year, and I figured if I read a chapter of a book a day, that's like 15-20 minutes out of my day. I definitely have time to do that. And I used to love reading before I got into my master's program into college. Like when you're not reading because you have to read for your schooling and you actually get to read just for fun, it's like so much better. And I forgot how much I love to do it. So that was one of the things I really wanted to integrate in 2019, is just get back in the habit of reading daily. It's really good for my brain. It keeps me engaged. It kind of helps jumpstart my day to being productive. So I do like to read in the mornings before I go to work. So this is an example of a layout. So I have read chapter whatever, so 10, and this is the book that I'm currently reading. So read chapter 10 of The Body Keeps the Score. I know that there's 20 chapters in the book, so I write every single day, like read chapter blank, read chapter 11, 12, 13. Like, I go down the list so that I can see what chapters I need to read every day. And then what I do is I bring it over here onto my hourly schedule and I put that in. Like, from 6:30 to 7, I am reading. That's my time to read. And I can see that I don't have anything else blocked out, nothing else I need to do during that time. It's just about reading. And the same goes for the gym. I can put like a to-do, like go to the gym today. Then what I can do is look in my hourly calendar, see what appointments I have from work, how late I need to work, what I have after work, and fit that in. I just feel like the hourly schedule is very easy to help organize your day. All right, hiking more. I wanted to be vague for a reason, because in Colorado, you cannot hike all the time. You're gonna run into snow on the trails and you just don't have access to trails 24/7. So it's mainly more like in the summer months. But in the summer months, what I do plan to do, and I have already put a reminder in my planner, like, okay, so starting this month, I want to hike 2 times a month, something like that. And then I would go in and actually schedule it into my like hourly blocks of time so that I do actually commit to doing it. And when I open my planner, I'm gonna like be like, oh, I should be hiking right now. Learning the piano, that's one thing that I really wanted to do in 2019. I need to wait until we get our house, which is probably going to be a couple more months, and then I can actually start relearning how to play the piano. So then once we actually have our own house, I have access to a piano. Then what I'm going to do is start putting in weekly time slots of when I'm going to be actually practicing and like learning. So for me, this is the biggest way I'm able to stay on track, see what I have for the day, and also keep daily reminders of what I'm going to be working on throughout 2019. I am a big believer in giving yourself goals throughout the year, not just like one at the beginning and then when you're done with it, you're done growing. I think that you should never be done growing. There's always things that you can improve, or like learn a new hobby or a new task or a new skill, learn how to play an instrument, something like that. There's always something we can be doing to improving ourselves and growing as people. So I really love the idea of like when you're done with a goal, starting another one. Then you can break it up into smaller goals. So for example, like if I'm going to the gym, what are the things that I need to do to be able to set myself up for success for going to the gym? Maybe it's taking my work bag to work with me so that when I'm done with work, I don't have to come home, grab my bag, and then go to the gym. If it's reading a chapter a day, what do I need to do to be able to do that? Then I look at my calendar and I'm like, hey, I have this block of time in the morning from this time to this time, which means I need to get up at a certain time in the morning to be able to have enough time to read that chapter. I do think that any goal you set yourself up for, you can achieve as long as it's specific, measurable, timely. Like you have to have a time that you can do it in. There are ways that you can implement your goals into your daily routine, your daily schedule, that you can make it achievable for yourself. I was recently watching that Taylor's video of her goals and like how she motivates herself for 2019. I really enjoyed that video, and it actually got me thinking of like ways that I can be more productive in the year as well. And one thing that she said in her video that I thought was so spot on was everyone has the same amount of hours in the day. It's just how you choose to prioritize them. So in the morning, obviously I like sleep and I want to get good sleep, so maybe that means I go to bed a little earlier the night before so I can wake up early and read my book every day. I'm curious, what are some of your guys' goals for 2019? How can we help each other stay motivated and stay focused on them? I'm super interested on what you guys have come up with for goals as well. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!